So today's question, what we are solving is Dysxa company. Okay, this question appeared in the year 2016 and it's a very good question. So what this question is asking, let us see this. Dysxa company. So this is a Dysxa company is looking to expand the capacity of an existing factory in its alpha division. So they have a division and they want to expand the capacity of their existing factory, which is there in this division. So how they are going to do that? By 8 lakh, they want the expansion of the capacity. So they want more production to be done by 8,50,000 units per year. So they want to increase the production capacity by 8,50,000 units per year. And in order to meet the increased demand for one of its products, the expansion will cost them an investment of $3.2 million. Okay. I think it's fairly clear to you what the question is asking. Am I right? Now, the selling price of the unit is $3.10 per unit. Okay, whatever the units they're going to sell, it's going to be $3.10 per unit. Okay. And coming to the variable cost of production, it is going to be $1.10 per unit. So selling price per unit is given to you $3.10. So $3.10 per unit and variable cost per unit is going to be $1.10 per unit. Okay. Now, coming to these two things, like it's very clear to you. We are supposed to find out the cash flows for any NPV question. Cash flows are relevant. Okay. So sales and variable cost, selling price per unit and variable cost per unit are given. Selling price is going to get inflated by 3% per year and variable cost is going to get inflated by 6% per year. That is the expectation. Nominal fixed cost of production have been forecast as follows. The fixed cost have been given to you. Okay. And these are the nominal fixed costs. That means these are inflation adjusted fixed cost. Inflation adjusted. That's the reason why they are nominal fixed cost. Dysxa company has a nominal after tax weighted average cost of capital. So this is the discount factor for you, and pays corporation tax of 20% per year. Okay, and 1 year in arrears. Very important point once again. Company can claim the tax allowable depreciation at the rate of 25% on full cost of the expansion, which you should. So there is no scrap value, it seems, what we are looking at till now, which you should assume is paid at the start of the first year of operation. So that's what again we'll read at this point. The company can claim 25% reducing balance. Again, diminishing balance method you have to be using for calculating your depreciation amount, and then on that you have to multiply the tax. You have to multiply that amount with tax rate to get the tax allowable depreciation. And on full, which you should assume is paid at the start of first year of operation. Okay. So that is what it is. So full cost of expansion they have paid at the first year of the operation, start of first year of operation. Dysxa company evaluates all investment projects as though they have a project life of 4 years and assumes zero scrap value at the end of 4 years. That also is very clearly given to you. Okay, now coming to the next information what they have given, Dysxa company has limited the capital investment funds in Delta division to 7 million. That means whatever the investment they are going to do in one of their divisions. See, we have started with what? we have started with one of their divisions, Alpha, in which they want to do the capacity expansion by how many units? 8,50,000 units. Now the next question what they are giving is they want to do some investment in Delta division, but the investment they want to restrict to $7 million, which is a classic case of capital rationing. And then we need to see whether the project is a divisible or non-divisible project, whether divisible or non-divisible. Okay. And accordingly, we should do the ranking of the project accordingly. So so what you need to be understanding very clearly is for ranking of projects. Okay. If at all the project is a divisible project, the best criterion is profitability index. You have to find out the profitability index. And for the projects which are non-divisible, the best criterion is NPV. Okay, that is for the mutually exclusive projects. Mutually exclusive projects are the projects, which in that case you need to select only one. You cannot take two. Okay. Now, so projects these, so we can again go further. The division has identified 5 possible investment projects. So there are 5 projects they are looking at. Okay. So Dysxa company has limited the capital investment funds in Delta division to $7 million. The division, so Delta division has to identify some good projects where they can invest this $7 million. So they have identified some 5 possible investment projects. That is project A, B, C, D, E. Now, seeing at all these projects, you should know one thing: the investment what you are doing should not surpass 7 million. Okay. These projects are divisible. They are clearly saying that the projects are divisible. When they are divisible, we have to use profitability index to rank. That means we have to see which is the best. Yeah, we have to see which is the best one. Okay. As per the ranking, in that way we need to start allocating our capital. And then project C and E are mutually exclusive. That means you cannot take both C and E. Out of C and E you can only pick one. So that too we will see after ranking which one we need to be taking. Okay. So let's move forward. So I will give you 2 minutes of time to read the question again and I'll start solving this fast. So this is one of the divisions called Alpha division. In that they want to do the capacity expansion. They want to increase the capacity by 8,50,000 units per year. Okay, because they have increased demands these days, and that expansion is going to cost them 3.2 million. Then this of course when they are going to produce 8,50,000 units, they are going to sell it and they're going to incur some expenses all for that. Our ultimate aim is to find out the cash flow. So I'll show you what's the way to find out the cash flows, and the NPV layout as well. And then they have again given the information that the selling price what you're looking here is not going to be stable. It's going to get inflated, or the inflation adjustment you need to do by 3%, and variable cost you need to adjust by 6%. The inflation adjustment is going to be 6%. Then they have given the fixed cost, which is already the nominal fixed cost, which already has the inflation adjustment done. It has incorporated inflation in it. And then they have given the discount factor. They have given the tax allowable depreciation detail. There's no scrap value. They have given the corporation tax rate amount, rate percentage, and then they have given that the next information is they have some amount of $7 million which they want to invest. Okay, the Delta division of this company Dysxa wants to invest $7 million, and they are in hunt of some good projects, or they want to invest 7 million, so they need to look for good projects. So the projects are given in this way. And again, now they have to pick the project which is the as per the ranking for divisible projects. Profitability index is a good method, and for non-divisible or mutual exclusive, NPV is a better option. Okay, so accordingly now we will start our calculation and do this question. So here first and foremost we will start calculating the cash flows. Okay, how to do the cash flows? First we will start finding the selling price, that means the sales amount. Okay, the sales revenue. So how many units they are going to sell? The capacity expansion is going to be by how much? 8,50,000 units per year. Okay, so now let's start the calculation here. We will start with working notes. So first we are going to calculate the sales revenue. How are we going to do that? So they have clearly mentioned that the project is going to be for 4 years. Fine. Which they have clearly mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4. So first we will take the year. Okay. Selling price. What is the selling price given to you? See, make sure you do the calculation in an easy way. Instead of multiplying 3.10 with 8,50,000 and doing the inflation adjustment, better to take per unit cost, do inflation adjustment and multiply directly with the number of units to get the sales revenue. So selling price is how much every year. There's no change because this is going to be the fixed selling price because it is per unit wise. So per unit wise, whenever you have some amount, it will be fixed. Okay, inflation at the rate 3%. So we will do the inflation adjustment here. All of you should be doing the inflation adjustment. 3.10 into 1.03. That's gonna be 3.19. I'm going to write that point also. 3.10 into 1.03. Then 3.10 into 1.03 whole square. So there are many ways to do. Either you can take 3.19 and multiply it directly 1.03, you'll get the same answer. It's going to be 3.29. See, I'm going to write down because of space constraint. Or if you do 1.03 into 1.03, 1.0609 into 3.10, it's going to be 3.288, that is 3.29. Again, you can take this and multiply with 1.03, or you can take 3.10 into 1.03 whole cube. See your wish. So 3.29. I'm going to write the same thing here. 3.19 into 1.03 also can be done. Then 3.29 into 1.03 can also be done. The same answer you'll be getting. 3.38. Okay, or 3.39 you can write. It doesn't make change. Approximate. And then 3.39 into 1.03. 3.49 or 3.10 into 1.03 whole power 4 you can do. Okay. So this is the way you can do the inflation adjustments and find out the values. Now we will take the sales volume. We will take the number of units. See, 3 zeros are omitted. You should be understanding to make the calculation simple. Okay, I am omitting 3 zeros. I'm writing this in brackets. 850. Everyone is following, hope so. Now sales revenue you can do, and you can multiply this and this. That means 850 into 3.19. This 2 you can take, this 2 you can take, this 2 you can take, and this you can take. Okay, so let's do the calculation. So we can write 2712. Approximate figures you can take, round figures, and then 2797. Okay, and then 850 into 3.39, 2882, and then 850 into 3.49, 2966. So we can take 2967. So these are the sales revenues. Okay, now we will do the adjustments for variable cost. If everyone has done this, I'll move forward. Hello. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Finished. Okay. Variable cost. So we will close the working notes in this way. See, variable cost, again, you have to take years 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 years again. And you know, variable cost per unit is given to you as 1.10. And then you have to do the inflation adjustment. $1.10 into 1.06, whatever you're getting, you should be, looking at it. 1.10 into 1.06, it will be 1.17. Then 1.17 into 1.10 into 1.06 whole square, 1.10 into 1.06 whole cube into 1.06 whole power 4. Then you can do one thing, you can just directly take these values and multiply 1.06, you'll get the answer. 1.24, 1.31, 1.38. Everyone 39. Let's keep. Everyone just calculate and tell me. Okay, next. We will multiply the variable cost with sales volume to get the variable cost, variable expenses or variable cost. So 3 zeros are omitted. You may be knowing. 850 units, 850 units. Multiply them. You'll get variable cost as, just multiply. And tell me what are the values going to be. So we will do this. 995 approximately. 1054. Here it should be 1114. 1182. You can cross check and cross verify the values. Then we'll do tax allowable depreciation. I'm waiting for a second. You can just have a look through.
Done, sir.
Once done, please tell me, I'll move forward.
Done, sir.
Okay, let's move forward. Now the next calculation is regarding the tax allowable depreciation. To calculate the tax allowable depreciation, we need to first, find out the depreciation amounts. Okay. So for that reason, what we need to do, where is the asset? Okay, fine. Depreciation. First, we will take this. 3.2 million is the expansion, and this is diminishing balance method, I think. And they have given the 25% is the rate of depreciation. Fine. Okay. 25%. Okay. So we'll take this 3200 into 25%. Okay. So 3200 into 25% is going to be 80,000. So we are just 3.2 million. Okay, we'll take the full value, 3.2 million, 32 lakhs. Then this is 8 lakhs or 0.8 million. So out of that we can take 800. Okay. All of you take your calculators. You can put 3.2 million on your calculators. It is 32 lakhs into, you can do 25%, which is reducing balance. You will get 800,000, that is 0.8 million, and that is the depreciation amount. On that you are going to find out your TAD. Okay. So I'm going to write the depreciation amounts every year for tax, the tax allowable depreciation amounts for the year 1, for the year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. So 3.2 million into 25%, 0.8 million. 3 zeros we are omitting, we are taking this. Okay. Again, 3.2 million minus 0.8 million. 2.4 million into 25%. It is going to be 600,000. So I'm going to take this. So again, you know how to go about it, how you got this. So 3.2 million minus 0.8, it is going to be 2.4. Okay. So 3.2 minus 0.8 is equal to 2.4 million into 25% is going to be 0.6 million. That is the value here we have. Again, 2.4 million minus 0.6. That is 1.8. 1.8 into 25%. That is like 0.45. Okay. So we're going to put that also here. So we have, 2.4 minus 0.6 is equal to 1.8 into 25%, 0.45. Okay. And then last, in the final year, what is this they have given? Full cost of expansion, and that should, finish in the project life is only for 4 years. Okay. So we will see now. So now final year's tax allowable depreciation. DAD. Okay. So we started this with 3.2 million. So out of that, we have removed 8 lakhs. Sorry. Okay. And then we removed 6 lakhs of that. And then we removed 4,50,000. And then the leftover is 1350. Okay, after removing all the depreciation amounts, what is left over? 1350. This is to be depreciated fully because the project life is going to be for how many years? For 4 years. It's not going to prolong more than that. And on this again we have to take 25% diminishing balance rate. 25%. Okay, 1350. 1350. Okay, we have done all the taxable depreciation amounts. Okay, fine. Now we are not going to continue further because this is the depreciation amount for the first year as per the reducing balance method. I've done the calculation. This is the diminishing. This is the depreciation amount as per the reducing balance method. I've done the calculation. This is the depreciation amount for third year as per reducing balance, and this is the leftover asset value which has to be depreciated fully in the fourth year. Now we are going to apply the tax rate on this to find out the tax benefits. So now tax benefits at the rate of, what is the benefit? What is the corporation tax? 20%.
20.
So apply this 20% on this into 20%, you will get 160. Again, this into 20%, 120. This again into 20% for this calculation, 90. And this into 20%. Okay, 1350 into 270. So these are the tax benefits. Please make a note of this. We'll move forward. Every one of you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we will do the NPV calculation. The working notes are done. Okay, let's go for the NPV calculation. To calculate the NPV, we have to start from the years 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 zeros are omitted every year. Now we'll start with sales revenue, that which we have calculated, and the sales revenue were 2712. I'll just check the 2712, 2797, 2882 and 2967. Okay, I'll put it here. 2712, 2797. So these were the sales revenues. Whatever the variable cost which we have calculated, we'll put it here. These variable costs are expenses we need to subtract. The ultimate aim is to find out the cash flows. Then we have contribution. The difference between this is going to give us contribution. You know, fixed cost, if we remove, then we get operating cash flows. Okay. Fixed costs are given to you. 3 zeros omitted, 110, 3 zeros are omitted here, 110, 205, 330, 330. Okay, well, that is done. Taxable cash flows. We will just see taxable cash flows. We will just try to find out the amounts here. So 1717 minus 110, 1607. So taxable cash flows are in front of us. And then see, first you have to put this. From this is gone. This is the resulting figure. So 1743 minus 205, 1538. So these are your taxable cash flows. Fine. Now what we need to do after getting the taxable cash flows, we need to see the tax benefits what we have calculated, and this we can claim only in arrears. So I'm sorry, we need to give one more year, 5th year. There's a space constraint, you can understand. I'll start from here and put it properly. So we are here, tax benefits. But before that, we need to deduct the taxes. Okay. Tax paid. So arrears, the taxes are paid in arrears and the benefits will also be taken in arrears. So tax for this will be paid in this year, for this it will be paid in this year, for this it will be paid in this year, and for this 5th year. Okay. 5th year is not there. You assume 5. I put here 5. So I'll write the values, accordingly. So 1607 into 20%. So it's going to be 321. Okay. Accordingly, this is to be paid. The 20% of this, the 20% of this, and the 20% of 1455 is 291. Okay. I'm writing here. This is base constraint. 5th year. This is in 5th year. Okay. Tax allowable depreciation benefits. 160, which we calculated already. You know the amounts. You have already done the working notes. 120 for 3rd year. It is going to be 90 for this is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th year. It's going to be 270. Already we have done the calculations. Okay. Then after tax cash flows, we need to find out. Because these were taxable amounts, tax has been paid, tax benefits have been taken, and taxable cash flows we need to take. So 1607 for the 1st year. You need to take 1538 minus 321 plus 160. You need to add. Just do that. 1538 minus 321 plus 160. 1377. This is 1250. This is 1257. And the 5th year, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th year, only we have taken the tax paid, that is 291, and the benefit 270. So the difference would be minus 21. Okay. And then we are going to take the discount factors. Discount factor at the rate of 10%. That was our, WACC, weighted average cost of capital. That is our discount factor. So for the first, initial year, what we say, we'll check it here. Basically, we have to put 0 also here. We have not done that. 0. 0 in the sense it will come here. Initial investment we have to write. Initial investment, that is 3200. Okay, I'll write it here, 3200. Okay, now we will do the, we will just find out the present values. We'll put it here, present values. So present values are going to be found out in this case here, 0.909, 0.826, 0.751, 0.683, 0.621. Multiply them, you'll get the 1461 as the present values for the first year. Second year, 1137. Third year, 939. Fourth year, 859. Fifth year, minus 13. Okay. Now we need to add all these values and subtract 3200. So NPV is equal to present value of cash inflows minus outflows. Outflow is 3200, you already know. Inflows we are going to find out right now. So your NPV is going to be 1183, and this is a positive NPV, hence the project can be accepted. Positive NPV, project can be accepted. The capacity expansion. Okay, just go through this, make a note of all this. We'll go for the next question fast. I'll scroll down as you tell me. Okay, let's solve the second question. So second question is about, you have done the first question, 8 marks we have secured. Now they're asking, determine the NPV of the optimum investment schedule for delta division. So we are going to see the delta. Okay. So this is the delta division, and these are, divisible projects. Yes, the projects are divisible. So we'll go with profitability index first. So we'll take the projects here, or else we'll do the calculation here. So find out the PI. Okay, I'll just open a new page. So we will do the PI, okay, profitability index ranking. So profitability index is nothing but NPV by the initial investment. PI is equal to project NPV by initial investment. So your project NPV is, 6 millions and this is 3 million. So your PI would be 2. You divide this, it will be 1.6. You divide this, it will be 1.7. You divide this, it will be 2.1. You divide this, it will be 1.8. So we'll give the ranking. The first rank goes to the first one, D, rank 1. Then second rank goes to, E. No, that is here, A. Third rank goes to E. Fourth rank goes to C. And the fifth rank goes to B. Okay. But there is a catch here. The catch is C and E are two mutually exclusive projects. So we will take only the best one out of this. So if I take this, I will exclude C. Am I right? Mutually exclusive projects are such projects, only the best one you can choose out of the rest, or out of both you have to take only one. So now the rankings would change. So 1, 2, 3, and this one will be 4. Okay, accordingly we can do our investments. Okay, now rankings have been given. Now we'll go ahead. We'll prepare the optimum investment schedule. So optimum investment schedule, we will take the projects based upon the ranks. So here the ranking has been given. The first rank goes to, of course, D. Second rank A. Third rank goes to E, and fourth one C. Fourth one B, sorry, C is excluded. So D, A, E, B. These are the projects we have selected. And then NPVs we will be calculating. You should be knowing one fact. There is a capital rationing. I told you right now, only 7 million can be invested. So we cannot go beyond that. So first we will take the D project fully. That would be 1 million. Then A project, that would be 3 million. 3 plus 1, 4 million. Then E 2 million. 5, 6 million. And then B, how much we can invest? We can invest 2 million, but we will invest only 1 million because we have a capital rationing. Only we have 7 million in hands. So rest of the amount we will do the investment here. Okay. Accordingly, we should be, taking the NPV also. The NPV is 3.2 million. So we will be taking, as 1 out of 2 is taken, 1 out of 2 will be taken here. See, 1 out of 2, right? 1 million out of 2 million only I can take, because I need to make sure it should be 7 million. So 7 million is here. I've taken 1 million out of 2 million. Okay, that you should be knowing. Ranks: 1, first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank. And NPVs, accordingly we will take all the NPVs. Sorry, first rank, okay, 2.1 million. Second rank, 6 million. Third rank NPV 3.6 million. Fourth one, as you know, we can take the full, we'll take 1 out of 2 million. Okay. Compatibility. So totally the NPV we have got is 13. Okay. 13.3 million. So NPV of this optimum investment schedule is 13.3 million. Okay. For Delta division. This is also done. Now I would like you to go through the theory concepts of hard and soft capital rationing and the two ways in which risk of a project can be assessed. So that also you need to do. Okay, one is, probability analysis and one is CAPM. So both of them have been discussed. Fine. So calculation part is done. We'll meet with one more question within some time. Thank you. One more question I'm going to do. Okay, for all.